Hello everyone, this is The Lost Boy, and thanks for being here. I have to say that I feel like I've been through a major YouTube rite of passage since last week. The last video I uploaded featured gameplay from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and immediately after I clicked publish, I received 6 copyright strikes from Nintendo. It seems that my ad revenue, such as it is, will now be claimed by Nintendo, which is hilarious given that I'm probably just about the tiniest channel on YouTube right now. I'd heard about this before, and it was actually the reason why I avoided using Nintendo gameplay at first. Initially, I thought a copyright strike meant the video would be taken down, and after 3 strikes, the same went for my channel. Turns out they just want your money. Anyways, Nintendo, good luck at getting rich on my adorable little channel. Next up, Microsoft announced another round of OG Xbox titles that will be made backwards compatible for the Xbox One. There are actually 2 rounds, one scheduled for April 17th and another for April 26th. 19 games total will be made available over the 2 releases, with apparently more titles to keep coming in the future. Additionally, it was announced that 11 Xbox 360 games have been enhanced for the Xbox One X, which will result in the games running, quote, with higher resolution, 9 times the pixel count, increased texture details, and anti-aliasing, allowing you to enjoy greater visual clarity than ever before, according to Xbox.com. I won't bother listing all the games here, but you can find links to the OG Xbox list as well as the Xbox 360 Enhanced games below in the description. Sony may be winning this console generation, but the benefits us Xbox people are reaping as a result sure take the sting out of it. Now, on to this week's main topic. Gargantuan games publisher EA announced some big in-house changes this week, shuffling around some higher-ups in what appears to be an attempt to persuade consumers it has seen the error of its ways. The launch of Star Wars Battlefront 2, followed by the subsequent controversy and terrible sales, seems to have had quite an impact on EA, if you're picking up what they're laying down. However, some people are quick to point out that similar such statements have been made by EA in the past, so I suppose only time will tell. Something that is apparent to me is that we are in the midst of a pretty significant correction in terms of the way publishers are trying to release games. Over the past decade, there's been a huge shift away from the standalone single-player experience and towards always-online, multiplayer, service-based game systems. This has come with a ton of controversy, although it has also paved the way for experiences that were not even possible before. The push to maximize profitability in this new frontier seemed nearly limitless for a while, but we are definitely starting to see the effects of fatigue on the formerly willing gamer. We are starting to see big games die long before they by rights ought to, and in some cases, barely limp out of the gate. Games like GTA 5, Minecraft, and Dota 2 are examples of the shoot-the-moon success that these type of companies dream of. However, although the wins are bigger, so are the losses. When a company like EA spends tens or hundreds of millions on developing and marketing a game on the scale of Battlefront 2 and sees such a bad return on investment, it sends ripples across the entire industry. The first video I ever uploaded posed the question, are we paying too much for video games? In that video, I went over some strategies to help people stretch their gaming budget, but I also spoke about the trend toward making games that were either empty, with most game content being gated DLC, or with pay-to-win upgrades. Apparently, this trend was pushed too far too fast, the results are now in, and a good chunk of gamers seem to have had enough. Game devs and publishers are at the point where they are proclaiming to the world that this or that title will have no microtransactions. The new God of War game jumps to mind, for example. When taken all at once, it's nearly impossible not to see a Darwinian survival of the fittest situation here. There are just too many good games out there. Just way too many decent options available. The average games consumer may not be a business major, but is starting to be aware of his or her options and buying power. What this means is that massive companies like EA are forced to adapt or decay, and perhaps eventually die. I'm not predicting the demise of EA, however. Unfortunately, I don't think we are even close to the end of predatory business practices in gaming, and we may never be. But I think this is a lesson we would all do well to remember. Our voices as gamers matter when we make them heard. I, for one, am looking forward with interest to see what new features or mutations await us all in the evolution of gaming. How about you? As always, I'd appreciate hearing from you in the comments section below if you have any thoughts or opinions on today's topics. And I hope all of you out there are having a great week. Thanks again for watching. Always remember your happy thought, and I'll see you next time.